Okay, so okay, so you allowed me to record the lecture. So yeah, that's why it's recording now. So let's start. Good morning, everyone. So this is my last synchronous session with you. Thank you very much, to everyone. I hope you learned something. And meron pa, no? We still have topics to discuss, no? And one topics to discuss, I chose this topic kasi this is very important in Oy, meron pang humahabol. Okay. Thank you. Yan. Meron pang humahabol, dalawa. Ay, salamat. No. Yun. Okay. So, nice, no? Very nice. Dadagdagan tayo, no? Anyway, yung dalawang pumasok naman ay nag-prompt yan, that this meeting is recording. Okay. So yung mga bagong dating, can you thumbs up na if you are ready to listen? Okay, good. Thank you. So our topic is HTML5 forms and style, no? So forms, no? This is normally you see it normally in the website, So HTML5 forms or just forms is one way of actually this is the most popular things, no, if you gonna talk about interactivity, no, in the website, no? Interactivity. So if your website your if you want to have an interaction, no, between the website that you did and your client, or no, your visitors of your website, so the best thing to do is to create a forms, no, an HTML5 form, so that one way of interaction, so that they can message you, no, as something, about the website, if your visitors want to ask some questions, di ba? So yun yung mga forms. And also, but di lang naman yun, class, para yun lang yung pinaka-contact forms or let's talk, in my website. Hindi lang naman yun, ang work ng forms, no? Marami pa, no? Magre-register ka, no? Anyway, I will discuss naman everything about forms, no, now. So forms are used all over the web, no. One is to accept information. Okay. Provide interactivity. What you see in the image is the most simplest form. Okay. So yan, makita nyo, no? Meron siyang text box, and then web search. Okay. Parang mukhang Yahoo to, no? Hindi siya Okay. And then there are many types of forms that you can do, no, on the website. Search forms, order forms, newsletter sign up form, survey form, add to cart form, and so on. There's a lot. Okay. anything that you can type and then can send, no, to the server is what we call a form. Okay, forms. And our our objective is not to connect it to the server but to design. No, yun lang yung Minter 3. Ang Minter 5, yon. Okay, yan ang gagawin natin. Kasi pagdating natin sa Minter 5, hahanapan ko kayo ng website na nagawa sa Minter 3 na may forms. Yan. Okay? And you have to do it in your portfolio website. Ano? Okay? Na ginagawa. So, bali dalawa yung isasabig niyo sa akin na, na, ano, no? No website, ano? Isa is individual, isa is the group, ano? But both of those must have a form. So sa activity, ayan, may forms tayo. Dapat may forms, then dun sa pinaka-final project, dapat may forms. So may dalawa kayong pagpipilian on Minter 5, ano? Yes. Okay, so this is an HTML. A form is an HTML element that contains and organizes, no? Organizes the element, sorry. Mali. Okay? So, form controls such as text box. Okay? Makita niyo itong mga text box. Yan. Ito dito text box, ano? And then we have the buttons. Okay? Meron tayong mga checkboxes. Walang checkbox dito. Meron tayo, this is a drop down, no, menu, no? Drop down menu. And then meron tayong mga label. This is what we call mga label. Okay? And many more. No, actually isa-isahin natin siya rito, no? All of these form controls can accept information from website visitors, no? Okay, there are two components of using forms. On HTML5 forms, the web page user interface. So, user interface lang yan. Yan lang ang kaya ni HTML5 forms, no? Then, pag nilagyan mo na ng mga script, ayun, gumagamit ka na ng ibang server. That's why some HTML5 forms gumagana siya, no? Kasi ini-embed na ng script. But we have what we call a server-side processing. Yan. Ito yung ginagamit naman for server-side scripting language such as PHP, no? For Minter 5. So server-side processing works with the form data and then ina-accept niya yan, ano? And sends email, writes to a text file, updates a database, or performs some other type of processing on the server. Yan. So, yan yung server-side processing. Meron tayong pang HTML5 lang, meron tayong server-side processing. Okay? And these are the HTML5 elements, no, that is available inside the form tags o the form elements. So, syempre, yung ating form tag, okay? This is our container tag, no? Pag nasa loob ng form elements na yan, so that's a form element. So that is a form tags, no? And then meron tayong input, configures a variety of forms element including text box, radio button, check boxes, and buttons, no? And can stand alone. Yan. Okay, can stand alone. Unlike sa form, it's a container tag. Text area naman, class, it's configures a scrolling text box. So, di ba pagka mahaba yung gusto mong i-type sa form, like for example, narration, no? May mga ganun, ano? Ba't bihira yun? Okay, may messages na long, okay? Text area ang gagamitin natin. Container tag. Select naman, configures a select box, ano? Like drop down list. Yung kanina, no? Ito, no? This is a drop down list, no? Okay, o drop down button. Okay? And then it's a container tag, and also we have option. Yung option button, yung bilog, no? Sometimes we call it radio buttons. Yan. Yan, the radio buttons. The radio buttons sa mga choices, you can just select one, no? And how to do that later, you will see it how. Okay, so this is a very simple types of form, no? Let's okay, so okay, so let's have a form, ano? Yan, kumuha ako para hindi ko na siya ita-type, ano. So let's have this as a form, no? What happened? Okay? So palitan lang natin tong title. Let's make it HTML5 no, form. Example 1, no? So, yan, tingnan natin sa form body, no? Mag H1 tayo tag HTML5 form example 1, no? So H1. Yan, and then let's have this form. Okay? So syempre you need a form tag, no? Or a form element, and then the closing form element. Okay? And yan, nakikita natin yung email, ano. So email is actually an HTML code, no? Yan, kasi wala naman siya sa loob ng other script, ano. Ano lang yan, email, HTML code lang yan, and then followed by, even the colon, is an HTML code, no? And then followed by an input tag, no? Yung kaninang diniscuss natin, ano daw yung type ng input. So as of the moment, so we have a type attribute, no? And di ba whatever the value of the attribute supposed to be inside the double quotation mark. And the value of the type attribute is text. So whatever we in this type of input, no, we can input text, no. And then name is also an attribute, no. Saan ba ginagamit ang name? Name attribute, normally it is used by the scripting language, ano. in the server side. Okay? Scripting language in the server side. Para ka nagpo-program ng variable sa class, sa Minter3 nyo. Di ba? So, di ba ang mga variable may mga name? So, yan. And that is for programming. The name attribute is for the programming. Ibig sabihin, whatever you input on that particular email address, yung value niya mapupunta sa name. Dito sa name na to. Okay, yung value ng input nyo, let's say you input to hen_95@yahoo.com. So yung buong string na yon will go to the variable name. You can change it kahit ano gusto mong pangalan, walang problema. Sorry, hindi pala. You can change it ito, but not this, no. Okay? And then we also have ID. No, normally class, it is the same as the name, the value of the name attribute, which is also email. Saan naman natin ginagamit si ID, no? Si ID, ginagamit natin 'yan for styling the input. Yung styling, no? I-style nyo sa CSS, di ba? We use ID when we style. So if you want to style a particular element or particular input element, no? So the ID that you need to use is the value of the ID attribute. So syempre, close, and you also notice yung input na yan walang closing input tag. One of those HTML element na walang closing input tag. And then I just have a one BR or break tag so that the next input element or next element will be below of this input element, no. Okay, next. Ito naman yung another input element. Ang pangalan naman niya is ang type naman niya, ang value naman ng type attribute niya class is submit. Yan. Double quote, do not forget. So this code at line 11 will automatically create a button. A button na ang kanyang default name o default na value na makikita mo is the word submit. Okay? And also, this submit is an action, basta nasa loob siya ng form. I-indent ko nga ng konti para mas makita nyo. Okay, so basta nasa loob siya ng form, no? When you click submit, no? And when you click submit, so as of the moment, hindi pa siya makikita o wala siyang gagawin. However, pag nagkaroon na tayo ng value ng attribute sa forms na to, mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo, doon malalaman natin what will happen to those information that you put on this text box. And we also have what we call reset, no? Type is equal to reset. You will notice that this action will delete all the information that you put on the form, on the text box. If you click some text box, if you click some buttons, option button, and if you type something on the text box, no? Kasi in this input type, meron siyang magkakaroon ka ng automatic button na ang nakalagay is reset. Yan. So, let's see what happened. So, i-save muna natin siya. ito, form sample1.html. Okay, so nalaman nyo na HTML siya, no? Okay, so let's okay, so ito na yun. Ayan, class, no? So ito na siya, class, no? So meron kang submit. Okay, let's say mag-type ako. Ayan, then kiklik ko si reset, nawawala siya. Okay, mag-type ako, click ko sa reset, nawawala siya. Ito, wala pa, as of the moment, wala pa siyang function. Okay, wala pa siyang function. Magkakaroon ng function na actually sa next meeting, sa next subject pa natin. No? Dito, i-design lang muna natin siya. Okay? Do you have some questions so far? A simple HTML5 forms? Can I continue, class? Thumbs up nga kung continue ako. Continue na ako. Class. Thank you, JM. Okay. Kendrick, thank you, Michael. Yan. Makita ko naman na you are there, still there, no? Okay. So the form element attributes. So dito sa codes na to, makita niyo yung form nito walang attributes, ano? But the form has an attribute. And what are those? No, we have action attribute, no? So this will tell you, no, what will happen, no, on the form, on the data that you put on the forms, ano? So that's the action attribute, ano? So specify the server-side program or script that will process your form data. Okay, the data on the form, the data that you put on the form, ano? And I told you that it's not part of the HTML. Okay, magagamit natin yan sa Minter3. Okay, and then another attribute of the form is the method. So the method, meron nga lang siyang dalawang value lang. Ang value niya is to get and post. So get value is a default value, no? Form data pass in URL. So pinapasa niya lang sa mga ibang web pages, sa ibang URL pages, no? Pagka post naman, it's more secure. Okay? Form data pass in the HTTP entity body. Okay? So do not worry about this. I just put it here, but the the functionality of the method attribute of the form, no, will be clearly demonstrated sa ating Minter5 kasi kailangan niya ng server-side scripting language, no? But the name and the ID which I demonstrated a while ago can also be an attribute of the form. So what is the use of that, no? Yung name actually pang server side din yan, but yung ID you can use that for designing the form. Ibig sabihin, pwede kang magkaroon ng design din sa form using yung mga CSS. Okay? CSS na tinuro sa inyo before. Next. Let's have the input text box. Now let's study about the text box. Okay? And the example you can see in the figure. Ano? So, meron din siyang tinatawag na type attribute. Ito, meron siyang attribute, no? Na type, no? So, yan. for the, pakita ko nga sa inyo yan. Yan. Mamaya, send ko sa inyo. So, pwede siyang si input, pwede siyang magkaroon ng name, ng ID rin. Actually, ng size. Okay? Tinan niyo yung pag nilagyan natin ng size. Ayan. Is equal to. Yan. Actually, ito yung default value niya. Default value niya to. If you want much longer, pero single, so maglalagay tayo ng number dito. Let's say 40 character. That's the size. Ano? And pag sinave natin siya, okay, so you notice humaba siya. Gusto mo pang pahabain, so 80. So wag naman 800. Sobra-sobra na siya. No? Character, save natin. So, ayan, humahaba siya, class. No? That's the size. Okay? And then yung maximum length naman, class, it's very important. Let's say a max length. Max length, yan. Ito, max length. Equals, ano? So, let's say 10. 10, actually 10 character, no, na max length. So, save natin. So, makita nyo dyan, ano? Yan. Save ba ito? And the max length, nakikita niyo siya rito, class. Pero pag sinubmit niyo yan, ang nakuha niya lang is the first 10 character, no? Okay? And also the value naman, class, is value attribute naman, no? This input your email here. Okay. That is the default value, class. No? Save. And then save. Nakita nyo? Napunta siya rito, no? Nirefresh ko lang siya, no? So, yan. That is the attribute of the text input, no? Text box. Okay? Are you following, class? Thumbs up nga. Okay, very good. Okay, let's have the text area. Ito yung text area naman. Meron siya, magkakaroon siya ng parang horizontal, ano, or vertical scrolling, ano, na tinatawag, class, ano. Or, di ba, vertical and scrolling, ano. And to give you idea, no, it is also supposed to be inside the form, no? Inside the form, no? Kailangan natin ng text area. So, let's say, kailangan natin ng mas malaki kasi ang text box, one-liner lang talaga, no? So, one-liner lang talaga. So, text area, area, and then yung closing ng text area plus. So, unlike sa input, no? Unlike sa input, wala siyang closing, pero si text area meron, ano? And then si text area merong ID at may mga attributes din, ano? Okay, so dito natin nilalagay syempre sa loob ni text area. Like for example, we put name, an name attribute equals. So this is comments, no? And then we also have ID. Para saan uli yung ID? So the ID is for your if you want to style, ano, CSS style the text area, no? Pwede nyong baguhin yung font, no? Okay? So ito na muna, no? So i-save natin siya and then clear. So you notice nagkaroon siya ng text area rito, no? Okay, to have a better view about the text area kasi naging aligned siya rito. Lagyan na lang natin siya ng BR muna for the meantime. Pero pag nag-implement na tayo ng ng CSS later, kahit wala na yan. Yan. So meron siyang text area. What you can see here is the default. It's the default value, no? Ang nagde-determine ng default value kung anong browser ang gamit mo, no? Kung anong browser ang gamit mo. If you want to know if you want to have another browser to do that, please. Yan. Ito rin. Wala pa namang significant change, no, na nakikita, no. Pero this is browser, ito si internet, si Google Chrome, ito si Edge. Okay? Next. Now, lagyan natin siya ng calls, no? Calls. Ano yung calls, class? No? Columns, no? So, ito yung number of columns na gawin nating 20. Para mas makita nyo, for the meantime, 40. Ang rows naman, gawin nating rows, no? 20. So, teka, nakalimutan ko lagyan ng value. Kailangan merong double quote, ano? So, i-save natin yan. Tingnan natin kung magre-response. O, yan. Okay? So, meron na siyang number of calls, rows, 20, column, yung gano'n, ano? Rows 20, no? Bakit parang square siya? Kasi mas malaki yung height kasi mas malaki yung height, no? Yung character, ano, kaysa dun sa column, ano? Kung gusto niyo medyo square siya, so gawin natin 80 to. Rectangle siya. Ayan, save. Ayan, di ba? O, meron ka ng text box na malaki, no? You can type. Okay? Okay ba? Next, we have submit button, ano? Submit query naman, may value, no? Ayan. Ang normal kasi class na ng input ng submit, ang makikita nyo lang submit, no? Pero pag nilagyan nyo ng value like this, maiiba na siya. Kung ano gusto mong ilagay. So, let's say, di ba, ito nakita nyo submit lang, ano? Maglagay ka pa rito ng value na attribute and then you put Tagalogin mo, no? Pindutin. Tinagalog lang. Pindutin, yan. So, value yan, class, ano? So, pag sinave ko yan, class, so, meron ka na ritong pindutin. Okay, default lang yon. Even the reset, ano? Pwede mong Tagalogin yan, ano? If you want. Okay? So, any questions so far, class? No, can we proceed? So, reset. Ito yung kanina yung reset. Pwede mo rin baguhin yan. Okay? Next, how about the password? No? Ito, password. Okay, let's say ito, lagay natin is text area, no? Lagay tayo dito. Sa taas. Email, ano? Yan. Lagay tayo dito. Input. Okay. Ano to? Lagay natin. Password. Yan. Yan ang pangit. Yan. Yan, okay. So, password. Let's say password yan. Okay, then lagay natin is Lagay natin yung mga attribute, ano? Type muna. Anong klaseng password daw? Anong klaseng type daw yan? Lagay natin, type attribute is equal to, instead of text, password. Ano kaya mangyayari na, no? Instead of text, password. No? And then, yan na lang muna. Anyway, alam niyo na naman yung ibang, so save natin, ano? And then, ito yung output niya, class. So, nagkaroon dito ng password, ano? Pag nag-type ka dito, class, yan, nag-type ka dyan, nakikita mo yung text. Pero pag dito ka mag-type, ayan, hindi mo nakita, no? Yan yung ginagamit kapag password. Are you following? Okay, yun lang naman ang difference niya. Pag checkbox naman, ito naman yon, class. By the way, class, tinan nyo kung may pagkakaiba, kung ilalagay ko to sa loob ng label. Label tag. Slash label. Yan. Okay. O yung isa hindi ko ilalagay sa loob para makita niyo yung difference. So, yung isa may label, yung isa wala. Ito ba yun? Hindi. Dalawa pala yan. Yan. Okay. So kay ano walang difference, ano. Pero normally kasi itong si label ginagamit natin tag para ma-rule mo rin si password. Yung, pwede yan. Para ma-rule mo individually si text na yan. No? So whatever inside the label can be, pagbaguhin mo yung font color, no? Yan, pwede. So ito naman si checkbox. No? Si checkbox. Yan. Yan si checkbox. No? So, paano ba natin yan ilalagay? No? Supposed to be inside the form, class. No? Okay, so sabi dyan, choose the browser you use. No? So, choose, okay, the browser. Kasi it's HTML lang to, no? You use. Choose the browser you use. And then, mag-br tag ka. No? Para, yan. And then, input naman. Input. No? Sorry. Dito mag-br ka rin. Ayan. So, input. Type. Ang type niya hindi text, ano? Ang type niya is checkbox. Yan. Okay? So, checkbox. No? And then, so close mo siya. No? And then, you put, let's say, Internet Explorer. Yan. Internet Explorer. Yan. So, look what happened. Isa pa lang. Isa pa lang. Yun, no? Yun si Internet Explorer. Okay? And then you put br tag, no? And then shift home, Control C, Control V, Control V. Ano yung isa? Firefox. And then Opera. Opera. So save and then Look at this. So, yan na. So, dito, pwede kang mag-check. Yan. If you notice, pwede siyang checkan lahat. Kasi that's the nature of the checkbox. No? Iba yan sa option button. Katulad nito, radio button. So, si radio button, you will notice, yan. Magre-radio button tayo para makita niyo yung difference. Class, pinagsasama-sama ko lang para makita niyo yung ano. So instead na checkbox, ang lalagay natin is radio. So, Control C, Control V. So, save. And then, look. Ayan, meron ka ng, no? Ayan. Okay? Ayan. Okay? Tapos, pagka kinil mo to, so nawawala siya lahat. No? Basta nasa loob tong reset sa isang form, you can reset it. Okay? Then, so yung ibang mga style mamaya, you will see it. Sa select naman, list down, ito mangyayari, list down. Hindi siya input, that is select ang pangalan, So select siya. So hindi input, select. So si select, meron siyang opening tsaka closing tag, select. Yan, okay. Meron siyang opening tsaka closing tag. Okay? So, ang kanyang attribute is okay, ang kanyang attribute are name, size, multiple, Anyway, meron akong example ng select dito, here. Yan. Ayan, ma'am. Ayan, data list. Yan, color. Ito, naka-option tayo eh. No, parang ganda siya. Yan yung gagawin natin mamaya for your activity, no? And then, makita nyo dyan is the makita nyo dyan yung how this HTML5 codes will use, okay? So, yan na natin. Let's have sample for the select, di ba? Okay? Para hindi ko na siya ita-type. Okay? I put paste. Yan, so yan, so okay. So look at these, So meron tayong select and then syempre meron tayong option na pagse-selectan, itong apat na to, So ito yung buong ng select. And ito nakahiwalay class, yung choose car. So save natin siya and look what happened to our example. Okay, so refresh. Ayun. Okay. Nagkaroon na siya ng drop down, Okay, any question, class, so far? So, isang thumbs up nga if you are still there. Ian, Kyle, anong masasabi mo sa topic natin? Okay naman po. Si Ira, ano masasabi mo? Gets naman. Okay. Sige. Okay. So let's have another one. Option. So si option, ito yung parang sa example natin, di ba? Ito, no? Ito yung ginagamit ni select so that you can choose, no? Kahit ilan yan pwede, no? So dito 4 lang yung sample natin. Okay. So next we have label. Yan, ito yung ginawa natin kanina, no? So we put label or like this, pwede. No, or like this. Yan. Meron tayong label elements. Associate a text label with a form control. And ayan, class. So this is a simple contact form. Contact us. And I want you to do this, no, now. And maglalagay ako ng sa Big Sky ng isang Dropbox, no? Kasi ang i-open ko, class, is the is the forms, no, and forms production. Okay? Forms and forms production. So maglalagay ako ng isang Dropbox dito for activity, no? For your activity today. And lagay natin is hindi, mamaya na nga. Class, ito, this is how we discuss ko na lahat, no? Para pagandahan kayo ng design mamaya. This is how we design a forms, no? Using CSS. Okay? Using CSS. Di ba? That is natin yung gawin, i-demo na lang natin yan and then bahala kayo bahala kayo mag-design yan on your So, de-design na natin yan, gagayahin na. Para makita nyo na lang, class, dito ko na lang siya ilalagay sa head, Gamit na lang ako ng inline, no, na CSS. Teka, ano ko lang. So mag-style tayo. Ano yung style dyan? Form. So form. So ibig sabihin, no, itong style na to, ini-style niya si form, yung lahat ng form, ano. So ano ba yung i-style niya? Okay, so form, and then yung background daw. Background color. So background color, no? Ang kanyang background color is EA, no? And then semicolon, di ba? Yan, para mas kita nyo. Then let's have font family daw. Ang kanyang font family is Arial, comma, sans serif. Okay. And then ang kanyang padding is 10 pixel. Pagka yan, 10 pixel, then yan, and then close. So this is the style for the form, ano? Okay? Yung label, yung kanina sinabi ko, di ba? We put label so that we can we can style the whatever label that we put in the form. So para mas tayo, ka-copy ko na lang to. See? So pag-copy kasi, yan, nagkakaroon ng mga ganyan, ano? So, tatanggalin niya yan. Lilinisin niyo lang naman. So, ang next, ang kinopy ko is, sorry, hindi ko pala na-copy si label. So, label, label element, no? And then, syempre, the opening, no? Yan, gagawin ko siyang readable, no, for you. So, ito yung width, no? And then, clear daw yung left, no? And then, text align. Okay, is right. Yan, tapos, padding is 10 pixel. Tapos may margin siya na, margin top na 10 pixel. Okay? And then, naglagay din siya na, so ito naman yung closing niya, ha, class. Closing, nung label. Ibig sabihin, ini-stylean niya si label, class. And then, again, meron siyang input, no? Itong text area and text area. So, dalawa, class. Yung element na gustong i-rule ng CSS na to, no? So si margin top is 10 pixel, ang display niya raw, ang style niya is block, and then yun na. And ito naman, the submit, no? Okay, my submit. Margin left na 110 pixels, and then yeah. So let's see what happened. Okay, so save. Look what happened. Then, ayan, guys. Medyo ito yung nagkaroon ng label, oh. Ito yung walang label. 'Di ba? Nakita niyo wala siyang label. Itong ating, 'di ba, ito walang label. So ito lang siya, no? Okay? So pwede natin siyang lagyan ng label para pumantay siya. Label. Then save. Yeah, papantay na siya. Ba't hindi pumantay? Naka-margin ano kasi yata left. Dito siya nakapantay class no, before the text box. Okay? Then you if your CSS is outside the page, di ba? Naka-external siya. So copy paste lang naman itong codes, di ba? And then i-link nyo si CSS dito. And that's it. Then okay. So next, we can also have a script, no? Naka-embed na to sa mga browser, no? If we want a specific type of data, no, that you are going to put on the text box, like for example, an email. Okay? So ano ba 'yan? So ito yung email, ano? Like for example, ang nilagay natin dito, kailangan niya ang type is input. Hanap tayo. Ito email, ano? This is email, no? Ang nakalagay dito type text, no? So papalitan natin siya ng email. Teka, wag muna. Control Z. Okay, wag muna. So tingnan nyo ha. Yan. Okay, so pag tinype natin dito, let's say any. Yan lang. Okay? 10. Hanggang 10 nga lang pala to. So pagka pinindot natin yon, tinanggap niya yun actually class, tapos nag-reset, no? Okay? Ngayon, we will put, instead of text, we will put email. Yan, so i-refresh natin, ano? And then we put any. Okay? So pag kinilik natin yan, error. Kasi naghahanap siya ng talagang email. So naghahanap siya ng no? Okay, para malaman niya na dati siyang email. So nilagyan natin ng @ kaso hanggang 3 lang pala. Nilagyan natin ng @ and then yan na. Please enter naman a dot, no? It's not complete. So that basta naka-format siya as email, yan, tatanggapin na siya. Are you following, class? No, if you want a specific data, no, that you're gonna put on your text box. Pag URL naman, so dapat URL ang lalagay mo. Dapat complete, no, the URL. Pwede yon, papalitan nyo lang. Pagka telephone number, kailangan number in a number format. Pag iba, it's not. So search naman, pag search kasi, automatic yan eh. May script siya sa loob ni browser na yung hahanapin niya yung word na yun sa buong website and then i-display niya after. No? Then, ito naman, paano gumamit naman ng data list. Para din siyang yung kanina. Yung select, no? Yan. Then, yun na, class. Okay? So, tapos na tayo sa form. So I stop na tayo. So are there any question, class? Si Maria Berabe, do you have question? No, yeah. Ano ba ngayon? July 22? Okay, so let's have my attendance. Oh, Miss Maria Berabe, do you have question? Any more comments about our topic? Oh, yan, 8. Okay, anyway, how about JM? How was it? How was our topic? Teka, stop ko na yung recording.